Druid proof.
Okay, so bonds. We have to do bonds. So I know that Matt and Adam are done with bonds. Blake and Gus, you have not done your bonds yet.
I've not.
And I also need Matt and Gus to name your characters.
You got bonds but no names?
Matt has a name.
I have a name.
Okay.
Paul. Paul with an A at the beginning.
Okay, your character's name is Paul. All right, you can't change your class to a Paul. That's what? All right, I'm gonna fuck with your character sheet for a second.
Hey guys, there's no stream audio.
Are you muted? Or
No.
okay, just checking. I mean, okay.
I do hear stream audio.
Oh, never mind. It's on my end then.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm getting it now. It's just delayed. Never
There's
mind.
definitely
Okay.
stream audio.
Yeah, it's like a 6-second delay.
All right, see you guys.
See ya. So Gus, you got to figure out your character's name and then bonds. So here's how we're gonna do that. I will start by explaining. I think none of you, yeah. So Paul,
Yes.
Adam. Everyone should have at least one bond.
Yep.
That is associated with bear.
Yep.
Bear is a ranger with a mechanical bear.
How do you come up with a name?
Right? Fucking nonsense.
Sorry, who's being sassy about my name?
Should have been Bear, like B-A-E-R.
I'm not naked. I'm just running around the forest with
No,
a
B-A-I-R.
A-E-A-E-R, so
Oh.
it's just like you fucked it up a little bit.
B-A-I-R? Yeah, like a fucking... I don't know why that seems like a clothing
Hair Bear?
company.
Like your tribe was like, what shall we call him? And someone was like, Bear, and they thought they were talking about his name.
They thought they were talking...
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, great name, sorry.
So, who all has a bond with bear, and what is it?
Oh,
No. Everyone else is telling you the bonds that they have written down for you.
Oh, okay.
This is them building out their relationships with you.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I have none right now. Should I make them up now, and how many am I making?
So if you can... Does the artificer sheet have example bonds?
Yeah, so it does. It says fill in the name of one of your companions in at least one, but I don't know if you want one or you want me to do all of them.
I would like you to fill out 4 of them if possible.
Okay.
But I don't know that every single one is going to be applicable, right? But
Yeah.
I'd like to try to make them all applicable.
Okay. Are we like getting, is this like you meet in a tavern kind of thing, or are we rolling from a place where we know each other?
You guys already know each other, so that's the core aspect of Dungeon World is that you already all know each other. And so that's what the bonds are meant to do. So the way that this is, I'm not going to tell you specifically how it starts, but you are all either members of a tribe or are staying with a tribe right now. And Blake, you obviously have spoilers, but like whatever.
Okay. Cool. So, nah, fuck it. Nothing with bear.
You gotta have one with bear.
Oh, I gotta have it.
Yeah, you gotta have one with bear.
Just for the record, when we say bear, we mean ranger.
We mean the ranger guy.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got one.
Okay, what is it?
He called me mad. As in like a mad scientist. I'll show him.
Perfect. Okay. Paul, what is your bond with bear? What are your bonds with bear if you have more than one?
I remember one, which is he took me on a mission. He took me on a journey one time.
Do you have these written down anyway? In any chance under your character sheet anywhere?
I had them on a piece of paper, but I drew over everything.
Then
Wait,
you
our
get to
bond
you get to
is-
pick new bonds. That's great. The old stuff was all just a test run anyway. You can keep that one if you'd like.
Blake, my bond with you is that I called you a mad
Nope.
I'll
Nope.
keep
Nope.
it.
Nope. Nope. His bond
Right,
with you.
right.
Yes.
His bond with me.
My
You
bond
said-
with him.
You said your
called-
bond with him. No, no, no. We're not doing it.
The
not doing
direction
it.
matters.
Right. No, no. I know. Hold on, Adil. Stop
Okay.
assuming what I'm gonna fucking say and let me say it, please. Thank you.
Sure.
Blake, I just wanted to repeat. Your bond with me is that I called you a mad scientist, and you'll show me.
You called me mad.
Okay.
Parenthetical, as in a mad scientist, not like.
Yes.
Okay. I called you mad, as in a like. Okay, got it.
Okay. And just I want to be clear about this. That is not a bond that you have.
Correct. No. I get it. I'm just.
All right.
I'm copying. I'm writing down everybody's bond with
Perfect.
me that they
Yes.
have, so that I can reference it if need be.
Okay. Perfect. Do you have a Paul's?
I didn't write it down.
Okay.
We haven't.
One more time.
We can do new ones now.
Yeah, you can choose new ones from that list. Do you have that list available? It should
I
be
do
on the
not.
SRD, or I can pull
It's
up
totally on the
power.
SRD.
Fucking everything's on the SRD, man. But I have it right here in front of me. Look at me with my fancy ass book. Aren't you jealous? Do you want me to read them out, or have you found them?
I've not found them.
Okay. So what I'm gonna read them out in a second. Gus, can you go to the Dungeon World SRD, pull up the bonds for Druid, just so that you have them in front of you?
So,
What was that?
I have done that.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. So Paul, your bonds to choose from is Blank's misguided behavior endangers their very soul. Blank has stood by me in battle and can be trusted completely. I respect the beliefs of Blank, but hope they will someday see the true way. And Blank is a brave soul. I have much to learn from them.
Are those inspiration or use those?
You don't have to use these. You can use a different one. It's a easy enough starting spot.
Cool.
Starting spot to work with.
I like the one where I think he'll one day understand.
Okay, so I respect the beliefs of Bear, but hope they will someday see the true way. So both of you write that down. And then Rivers.
That's me.
Brendan
That's
Rivers.
Give me your stuff.
My bond with Bear specifically.
Yes,
What Rivers? Your name is Rivers.
his name is Rivers.
Gus.
Know his character very well, but I'm gonna take some shots in the dark here.
Oh no. Let me explain. You are prescribing his character right now.
I see.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're good.
Well, in that case,
What is it?
so my bond with him is that he also knows the wilds well. A certain kind of wisdom is constantly getting into trouble, and I'm constantly getting him out of it.
Okay, so let us make that something concise. So you're saying he constantly gets into trouble, and you're constantly getting him out of that trouble, right? So it is. I'm gonna describe that as Bear thinks he knows the wilds, but does not know its true depths. Is that a concise description?
Oh, sure.
Whatever. Fuck it. You got all that, Adam?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Moving on, we will go to a Paul. So now everyone is going to be picking a bond with a Paul.
I got mine ready.
Go for it.
Paul is my personal assistant.
What?
Fantastic.
That was on the list. I didn't even make that one out.
It's amazing. Such a douche.
Mr. KIROS, sir.
I thought I didn't know we were
Krios or
prescribing.
Krios?
KIROS.
Cree
I actually
Cree.
made that up thinking that it was my delusion, but I like
Oh, no,
it
no,
better that I just
It
told you
is.
that.
It is a
Oh,
bit of a
okay.
delusion, right? But
Okay.
aspects of that are still going to be somewhat like played into, right?
Cool.
Because like some of them are like, this person has stolen something from me, right? You can't have that be a delusion. That's a thing that has happened.
But I hear you. Okay, cool.
Like the thief has ones where I've stolen something precious to this other person.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, that's not a delusion. That fucking happened.
Got it.
Okay, so we're prescribing stuff for Paul, and Adam lost his video. He's back.
No, I'm just trying to reload. I couldn't, like, Blake and Paul weren't in video for me for some reason.
Gotcha. So between Rivers and Bear, who has a bond they'd like to give to Paul?
What
I
is a Paul?
Paul is a paladin. For those of you who do not know,
I'm a paladin.
he fucking racks up damage.
He's the personal assistant of
KIROS.
Some think so, not all of us.
Some think that. So he's gonna constantly treat him like that, and Paul's a proud ass paladin, and it's gonna go great.
thing he would be appalled.
Hey!
Oh man, I was waiting to serve that one up.
I'm sure Gus can feel my disappointment through the walls.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
My bond with Apollo is that I have guided Apollo before, and they owe me for it.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm going to go with the spirits spoke to me of great danger that follows Apollo.
Ooh.
Well, how does he get like a pre-one and I just get shit on? You suck. I love you.
Hey man, you get this. This is
Ruins.
fine. What, are you looking up the bonds that he has options to choose from?
Of course, because they didn't know.
Alright, then we're gonna jump over to Rivers. Do you have all three down, Paul?
Yes, I got them all.
So Rivers.
Ready.
All three of you will be prescribing a bond with Rivers.
Rivers scoffed at my inventions and said they were useless, but he won't think so for long.
Nice.
Rivers is a friend of nature, so I will be their friend as well.
Nice.
I feel like I have to just go the...
You don't have to do anything, man.
Alright, Rivers is a brave soul. I have much to learn from them.
Okay.
Because
You got all this.
because he scared me. About a weird dream he had and told me about in the past.
Oh wow, yeah. Dude, I like that.
I missed a lot.
Dope.
No, me and Bear just chilled in the forest.
Take care, man.
Okay.
Alright, so check out the stream, by the way, when you guys have a chance.
Look at that, Matt. Are we on Azeroth?
So, explain to me why my
Glory.
video is not showing up in the stream, but it is for me on Roll20, but neither Matt or Blake's video are working on my screen.
I don't see you
the
in.
stream.
Well, so it's all dependent on what Dorfin is seeing. I
Yeah.
see the same thing he is. I don't know what it might be. Maybe Dorfin should reload.
Yeah, Matt, if you can
I can
actually
reload.
go. Okay.
Let me...
Why do you have quest markers on our map, though?
That's just the way the map came. I just took an image from Google.
Hey, we got everybody's video.
The reload did the trick.
Yep, perfect.
No.
Okay. Fuck, where's my shit? So you guys all have your bonds. You're all good on. You guys have your gear. You're all familiar with your character sheets. We all good on all that.
I didn't give
Yeah,
my bond
I
to
do.
Krios.
Yeah, I don't know my
Oh, right.
bonds.
I didn't do Krios. Apologies. Sorry.
I got no bonds.
I got no.
Krios has no respect for nature, and so I have no respect for them.
I think we
Oh.
actually talked about that one in advance.
Yeah.
Totally cool thing.
And then you try to make some weird wood burning, like
Oh,
Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore analogy.
Nah, dude. Trees are dope.
I'm gonna just write.
Fire. Fire makes sweet ass metal.
It was made of wood, so I
So-
wanted to put it back with the nature.
I'm just gonna write bears a square. But I'm gonna spell square SQUEAR. Alright, wait, sorry, it was has no respect for nature.
Yes. So I have no respect for them.
Okay,
Guilty as
and then
charged.
Paul, what is your bond with Krios, our artificer?
Let's go with.
Keep in mind, he thinks you're his personal assistant.
Which is
We
amazing.
established
All right,
evolution.
I think Kiros's misguided behavior endangers their very soul.
Very paladin.
Very valid.
Well, better be a pretty good assistant to save me from that.
He turns to robots.
You're the greatest Alfred ever.
Dude, this is gonna be great. Rivers, what is your bond with Krios the artificer?
Krios smells more like prey than a hunter.
Amazing.
So you've smelled me before.
He's a druid!
Oh, I
Doesn't mean
smell.
doesn't mean you
smell
smelled me.
He kinda does.
I don't know. Well,
I think that's an established fact. Druids use their nose just as much as they use
You
their
can
eyes.
turn into an animal that has a scent
Yeah.
ability.
yeah, you're right.
Only
With enough
someone
time, it would make sense.
When truly misguided would ignore scent as a sense.
All
Oh,
right.
good.
Tells you much about him.
So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. A warm wind blows north through massive trees whose branches scrape the sky, caressing massive feathered beasts of the great wilds. The trees shrink and give way to a wide ruined land of civilizations long lost, temples of gods long forgotten, and shattered towers with treasures long unclaimed. It soars on past crooked steel jungles, silver, gold, and black fractals piercing up through fields of iridescent blue wildflowers, and gathers up their sweet scent. The wind blows on, as wind does, with no beginning and no end, to Osiren, the city of wonders. The current is charged with ozone as the air passes into the city and dances between millions of lives, trading, loving, warring, and scheming, and passed onto the mithril sea. Here, the air mixes with the warmer currents, rising and turning east, back towards shores. The breeze slows, careful not to disturb the sacred lands of the Gaura Ray, and gently brushes past the ritual grounds of a small tribe carrying with it the scent of the world. This was not where their story began. Not really. But it was a beginning. So, you guys are in the middle of your tribe's sacred ritual. In this ritual, you experience visions. Describe to me how it is that your tribe performs this ritual and how it is that you all get to partake in that ritual. Each person is going to give one component. So whoever wants to start starts, and then we'll build it up from there.
Do you really want me to start
Do it.
this?
You can do it. I see you.
No,
Right.
nose goes means I'm not.
Bear. Describe the basic framework for this ritual. There is. I'll give you some. Can you hear me anymore?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Sorry, you just took off your headphones, and I was confused about that. So you are on a flat, open piece of ground in an opening, in the trees. Fucking words, whatever. And in the center is a raised stone dais about 20 feet across. What is on the center of the dais? Fucking whatever.
A freshly killed deer.
Okay. Standing around this freshly killed deer are 6 druids. Rivers is not one of them. Rivers, this kill represents a blood sacrifice. How do you aid in this ritual?
Panther. I cover my head in blood.
Jeez. Okay. And what else do you do?
I cry at the night after my head is covered in blood.
Okay. It is nighttime then. Paul, everyone in the tribe has to do something to join into this ritual. What is it that they are all doing?
Holding hands.
KIROS, yeah. What is it that you all just finished doing as a part of this ritual?
Chanting.
Okay. So the tribe is seated in circles around this raised dais. On it are the 6 druids. Everyone just finished up a chant. The druids were stamping their staves in rhythm with the chant. And with the conclusion of that, Rivers, as a panther, let out a blood-curdling cry into the night sky. And with that, you know the ritual has come to completion. And as has happened before, your vision goes black, and you are all joined in a shared vision of distant times, possibly the future, possibly the past. These visions are omens of what has come and what possibly will come, and they have always been visions of paradise. And so, Paul, what is your vision of paradise?
An apple tree.
Sure.
Just one.
Just-
single apple tree. All right.
And it's at various points in it. You know, it's a small tree, it's a large tree, it's an old tree, all messed up.
Underneath this apple tree, you oftentimes see children playing. You see at one point a father picks an apple and hands it to a kid. And then
Exactly.
later on, that kid grows. You see him come by every year as the seasons pass, until eventually he is old enough to be able to pick a tree and pick an apple and hand it to his kid.
Exactly.
Bear, what is your vision of paradise? Is that what I said? Yeah, vision of paradise.
Just a eternal hunting ground of worthy prey.
Your visions are of children playing with small bows, and of adults going out and hunting, and then eventually taking those children out on those hunts with them. And then later on, those adults, retire into like a more shamanistic role, and the children carry on having their own children and teaching them anew. KIROS, what is your vision of bloodshed?
It's like just it's very like percussive. It's a lot of shock from something. So rather than like there's like stabbing and like rending flesh, but a lot of it is like pushing something into like out of its way, like a lot of disturbing quiet and silence in ways that just kind of shakes people out of a stupor of some sort.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
You all see yourselves in clothing you do not recognize yourselves wearing. In the middle of the night, doing in a melee brawl with people you do not recognize. You do, however, sense some familiarity to some of those other people. In this situation, you all still have all your class abilities and everything to that effect. You are still you, but you are not you. There are maybe 12 people around you that you do not recognize, you don't have this shared sense of familiarity with. Raising up chain axes and which is basically a chainsaw that is also an axe, and bows and arrows, aiming them at Paul. What do you do?
What do I do?
What does anybody do? Does anyone want to do something?
So we're in the middle of a fist fight?
This is not a fist fight.
I'm about to get messed up.
How far are they away from us?
The chain axes are right up next to him. Paul is on the ground, his halberd off to the side. He's been knocked over. And 2 of them are coming down with chain axes, while farther off in the distance you see 3 raised bows.
I will take my... What's it called? Gotta remember all the answers. One of my electrical emitter flasks behind my belt, and throw it to where the chain axe, ideally between them, and say, that's far enough. This is my assistant.
Okay, so it is your goal to stun? Is your goal to defend? Is your goal to harm?
Generally to deter if it primarily stun, but if they get hurt, meh.
Okay, so I need you to roll to defend.
Modifier.
So, nope. So there's going to be no additional modifier to that. So if you just roll down, click on the defend, it'll tell us what happened.
No, I did that, and then I asked for modifier, so it was 5.
Oh, that's bad.
That's what I got.
That's not great.
Experience point.
So yeah, you get an experience point, which you should mark.
Fuck yeah.
Because you missed.
I feel like I'm winning. I got an experience.
And these chain axes come down on Paul. By the way, I know Paul and Bear, you took some damage in our test run. Just go ahead and reset that. But this time, unfortunately, you are still taking some damage right now. You are taking... I have this stuff written somewhere. So roll 1d6 and add 5.
Seems like
Nope, that's wrong.
that was just a straight. No, that was right.
That was just the d6. So you took...
Oh, that's cool.
No, wait.
No, look at the formula.
That's a d6 plus 1, so you actually...
Well, he rolled a 5.
Yeah, so you will take 10 damage.
-2 for armor.
Yep.
So
Armor
8.
applies.
So 8 damage.
Yeah. What do you guys do? Your friend just got...
arrow, and I'm just going to have Asmodeus attack the same guy, and I'm going to pump an arrow into one of the 2 people over a Paul.
So there is no mechanical bear that comes to your aid. Instead, there is a deer-like creature with glowing horns that comes in from the side. Bear, you are making a volley attack.
So I am. Boom.
Fucking juicy. Give me that damage.
4. Because the streak continues of me hitting every time I roll or doing shit damage.
Could be worse.
Good lord, man. Come
Luckily,
on.
I have mechanical beasts that give me +3 damage.
Oh, that is embarrassing. I, however, am delighted to tell you, you sink an arrow into his leg to distract him as this what was it, deer? Is that what it was? Yeah, with glowing horns, fucking blindsides this guy.
Is this, would they be considered surprised at all from my
No.
presence?
Nope.
Okay.
And you see that the horn has actually, like the antlers have actually gone through the temple and the jaw, and you know that guy's not a problem anymore. But then you see those archers have actually reloaded and have decided to take aim at you.
Perfect.
Rivers, what do you do?
Guys, by the way, how is it still seeing what you're doing?
If you go to Roll20 under the chat, every time you make a roll using your character sheet, it will show up on that side.
Oh,
Your audio's real bad.
Do you see that now, Gus, or do I need to explain that better?
the audio is really bad. Awesome.
Okay, all right, keep going, keep going. Nope, we can hear now.
Right, well, I will. I don't know what I have time to do precisely, but I will turn into the. I will. As I turn into the largest bear I possibly can.
Okay.
Asmodeus?
So it sounds like you are trying to shapeshift. Go ahead and give me that roll.
I literally don't know how.
You should have the shapeshift move as an option in your character sheet. So if you open up your character sheet and scroll down to the bottom,
I have this, yes.
shapeshift should be, or shapeshifter should be. Oops, I'm messing with stuff. Hang on, let me, because we are both using the same instance. If you click on shapeshifter, it will roll for you.
Hey, look at you.
Okay, so you have hold 2. Now, shapeshifting takes just a little too long, so it doesn't actually get you what you want. But you are a full-on bear now, so that's pretty fucking neat. The arrows are loosed, Bear. They're coming right at you. What do you do?
Defy danger?
You don't defy danger. You tell me what you do, and then I will tell you what the roll is.
Oh. I'm not gonna give a fuck because I'm gonna defend my friend, and I'm gonna shoot the other guy that's standing over Apollo because there were 2 of them, right?
There you go.
There were 2 of them. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. I need to see a volley roll from you.
All right. So my non-Asmodeus bear deer creature is going to assist me in this one and attack the other guy, trying to do our best. Yeah, for that. So, blam!
Well, because we know your
Nice.
minimum damage kills it.
Oh!
There you go. There you go.
There it is. At least you get to feel good about yourself today.
11.
So the other one died. What did this one do?
Yeah, describe the kill for me, buddy.
Oh, I'm gonna have this antlered creature that I have no idea. Like I'm sensing some sort of communal bond with it, even though it's not my bear. It's going to shake off the first one and immediately just headbutt this guy and I'm just gonna plant an arrow. I don't know, probably in his eyeball. I'm gonna say eyeball. No,
Eyeballs.
throat. We're gonna go throat.
Throat's better, man. No one ever goes for the throat. It's quality.
The
Cool.
guy's head reels back, and I just see this tasty little Adam's apple.
Juicy. I also would like you to roll d6 plus 4 and take that much damage.
How do I do that?
So
one d6 plus
What's
what?
/R d6 plus 4.
Plus what? Plus 4?
4.
Plus 4.
That's not what it is.
Slash is in front of the R.
Oh.
And then you want to put a space after the R.
1d6 plus 4. Boom.
Nice. You take 5 damage. That's really the best possible outcome.
Oh wait, no, that's not correct. I have 15 hit points left.
Okay, so that was just like the one kind of front, and Paul, as you stand up, I didn't know you could do that. It's cool.
If you hit that. Whoa.
You fucking display everything, man. Okay, you can stop.
I didn't mean to do that.
You can stop.
Look at this sharp-eyed bald dude over here.
Fucking weird.
His body is wild.
Wild.
You should see me in Sex Proof.
That guy's like living sex proof.
Paul, you stand up, and in this, now having a breather, and you turn to face 4 more barbarians with a mixture of chain axes and chain swords that are actually, they've decided to go right past you and are going after KIROS. What do you do?
I'm gonna jump in front of KIROS and attack the one that's closest to attacking him with my
Alright.
sword.
Like
You have a
Dennis
halberd.
Or not with my sword, with my what's it called?
Halberd.
Halbert. My gym.
Resistance.
I call it Jim. I attack it with my gym.
Wow.
All right, hack and slash for me. Give me that juice.
I had it up. Okay.
Should equip all of my attendants with such weapons.
Okay. So you're trading blows with them. So you get to deal your damage, and then you get to take some fucking damage.
Is that a D8 for damage, or what do I make it?
So your damage, I think you can roll by just clicking on the damage button.
I changed it from D8 to D10. Will that affect anything?
Paladins have a D10.
Okay, just check.
I don't know why it was a D8 ever.
I messed with it.
Okay, yeah. It should be a D10. Yeah, he splatters, and as your halberd continues, you get another nice chunk on a second one as well. But a axe does actually end up making it to KIROS. So, and you, because of how that works. So KIROS, you need to roll d6 plus 2 damage, and Paul, you need to roll d6 plus 2 damage, and take both.
I have failed you, KIROS.
It's fine.
This is fine.
Stop groveling.
A D6, correct?
Wait, no.
D6 plus 4, yeah. No, D6 plus 2, sorry, I got stuff jumbled in my brain.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I only do 5 though, because 2 armor, right?
Yep.
If
Oh, I have 1 armor. Hell yeah.
That shit applies. Rivers.
Oh wait, I have 1 armor. Does that mean I only took 4 damage?
I mean, did you take 5 before?
Yes.
Then yes. Rivers, you're a full-on bear now, and you get to do full-on bear things. And
Oh, shit in the woods.
nice.
I'd like to find, as many of them as I can see together, and just kind of try to them, and then attack the last one in the bunch.
What you're gonna rush right through them and try to get the one in the back? Okay, cool. So that will take a hold because you're using your bear's massive form to boulder through the first, and then you get to make a hack and slash on the second.
Right. Okay. Oh, you just click on it. Okay.
Fuck yeah. So yeah, why don't you deal your damage and then also take some damage, because as you went in to fucking bite that last guy, he took his chain axe and dropped it right into your shoulder, and it's real messy because it's a chain axe and it's loud and it sucks.
Yeah, 4.
All right,
Give me our armor class there, buddy.
not as a bear.
Oh.
And then, so that's the damage you take or the damage you dealt? Should be the damage you took.
What is the? When do I roll damage I deal?
So if you go to your character sheet, you can, if you hover over the word damage, it should turn blue, and you should be able to click on it.
Damage. All right. Which part of the character sheet is the word damage located?
The top.
The middle.
Yeah,
and if you
armor,
see
hit
armor and
points.
hit points.
Boom! You rolled a 1.
That's unfortunate. It really is. Yeah, you got to clip his like arm, and in exchange he got a nice meaty part of your shoulder. So yeah, did you take the 4 damage?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't yet, but I'm about to.
Okay.
When I figure out how to do that, I will do it.
Perfect. Cool. So
So how many people are currently attacking KIROS?
there is one that's been bouldered over, so he's not fucking attacking anyone. There is the one that is in technically River's mouth right now. And now you actually see the 3 archers in the back pull and draw their strings, and they aim at Rivers to try to free their friend. What do you do?
I mean, I'm going to send my stag out to the middle one, and at the same time, I'm going to launch an arrow at him.
Actually, we're going to go to KIROS right now.
Oh, okay.
KIROS, what do you do?
I'm gonna take my clockwork glove and walk up to the one that Rivers has in his mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna take the clockwork beam glove, put it on the thing's like head if it's kind of like squirming around,
Oh, yeah.
and then look at Rivers and say, "Still think it's useless," and then do a just point blank attack, just trying to like right through its head.
Good. Don't bother rolling damage or attacking. His head. You peel the flesh off of his skull, and the brains and eyes are jettisoned out the bottom of the skull, and so you're just left holding a pristine skull attached to a mess of a body.
Dear Lord.
I don't want to like rip it off or anything. I just kind of want to like, then perk back up and kind of like focus up the next thing.
And so those 3 archers actually do go ahead and end up releasing their arrows at Rivers. Rivers, what do you do?
Stare into the
I'm sitting on and try to block the arrows with his flailing body.
nice.
Yes, that is defy danger, but I don't know if it's strength or con yet, so give me a second.
I just thought of the best thing I could have done. Damn. Such is the nature of these games.
Actually, defy danger. Gotta fuck with your character sheet for a second, just so I know which one I'm asking for. This is quick thinking.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
So
the same
that's
thing.
plus intelligence, man. You're rolling with intelligence.
So you should be able to just hit the intelligence circle.
The intelligence circle.
I think if you actually, the way that it works is if you click defy danger, it will give you a drop down.
Oh yeah.
And then I mean, fuck, we can just keep. Actually, no, I need to see the prompt.
To defy danger, but with
No.
intelligence.
No, stop. Stop fucking with that. You actually click on defy danger. You know when it turns blue? Yeah, so click on it and it should prompt you with a drop down.
It does not.
10 plus successes, you do what you set out to do. The threat doesn't come to bear.
Gus, yes, it does. So, part of the point of this is to work through this stuff, right? So, Rivers, if you look at your character sheet and you hover over Defy Danger, it should turn blue.
It has turned blue.
Click on it.
Click on it.
All right. Is there a window that popped up? Did you say no?
That's correct.
Minimize your character sheet. Wait, is it in a separate tab?
Yes.
Okay. Go to roll 20, the actual roll 20. There should be a pop-up there.
Popped up.
So it did pop up there? Okay, it's like super hard to hear you. I'm literally reading your lips. So change the drop down to intelligence and then click the confirmer button or whatever it says. Okay. Okay, so this is the one that we're gonna go with because, sorry guys, that's just how it works.
That works.
So you can either successfully grab this body, pull it up, and have this guy die getting pincushioned by his friends. But if you do, you end up moving yourself out of the way, and instead, Bear will take the hit. Which do you choose?
I will not choose to move myself out of the way.
Okay, then you take d6 plus 4 damage.
And that's just a roll?
Yep. So /r space d6 plus 4.
Oh boy.
You got taking some hits there, buddy. Okay, so these arrows have. You saw Bear was about to go for an attempt to possibly try to kill this last guy, but that guy has now stood back up. And Bear, Rivers just took a beating for you. What are you gonna do?
Do I notice that it's for me?
Technically, they were shot at me. For me.
Nope. So yeah, you realize that he decided to stay and take the hit that would have otherwise hit you. So there is one guy standing up now with a chain axe right next to him, and there's still those 3 archers in the back.
Has this guy taken any damage that I've noticed?
Nope, he's totally fine. He was just knocked over.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to send my stag flying over to attack the one that's getting up next to Rivers, and I'm gonna plant an arrow in the guy's left eyeball.
All right, give me a volley.
So, miss.
Okay, roll your damage against Rivers. Don't add your antler. All right, Rivers, you take 2 more damage. They were really close to each other, and that shot you were in a panic and you missed, and you ended up hitting Rivers instead.
But I do get an experience point.
You do get an experience point. Paul, you've seen this disaster just occur. back by this one fucking guy left, and these 3 archers have still just been pincushioning the shit out of you guys. What are you gonna do?
Am I closer to the archer or that one straggler?
You're closer to the straggler. You can make it if you haul it.
Alright, I'm gonna haul ass and try and protect everybody and just get right in the middle of the archers. I'd rather kind of take it on myself versus hurt them, so I'm gonna do like a diving roll, like slide, and then just like try and hit something. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, give me a hack and slash. Perfect, so roll your damage. You fucking monster. And then roll d6 plus 5.
How many are left to do?
There's these 3 and then the 1.
Okay, that also.
So I just I try and sweep and aim for the ACLs.
Okay, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. You slide in, and as you're coming down in low, they all realize that what they have to do is jump out and try to get some distance and try to go above your halberd. And at the same time, it's like a fucking elven accuracy bullshit. They all pull their arrows back, aiming them right down at you, and just stick 3 arrows straight into your breastplate. You take 9 damage, and you pay them back in kind. And you see, as they're up like that, you're like, oh man, just lined up nice and clean for you. And you send a single halberd sweep right through all 3. And 3 bodies jumped and 6 pieces landed.
Yeah, I just cleave right through all of them, but my heart is literally in pain. And I just stay laying there, just sliding a little bit, laying like, oh, KIROS, I'm sorry.
One guy left, and he pulls out a like a long pole from his waistband and sticks it into the base of his chain axe and turns it. And as he does, you see a blue light arc up through the axe, and he holds it in 2 hands and turns to face KIROS. What do you do?
I have a thing, if I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip my magnetic repulsion belt, I think it is. Like, so as he starts like doing this like worry magical stuff and kind of pointing, I'm just gonna go like, oh no, and just look at my belt and like flick this little thing. A magnetic shielding trinket will give me +2 armor versus ammo.
Okay.
And try to, I'm gonna try and like just please stop.
And so
protect myself and Rivers if I'm still right next to him after taking that guy's skull out.
Got it. So you see him fight against this push on his axe, and he continues to stride forward towards you, and he pulls it up above his head and begins to bring it down at you. Rivers. Rivers, what do you do?
Jump on him and crush him like a bug.
Fucking do it. That's a hold, so you will at the very least pin him down. And a hack and slash. Let's see it.
There you go.
Fuck yeah. Okay. So you have a choice. You can either just deal your damage.
Choose murder.
And get off scot-free, or you can choose to open yourself up to an attack and go and get an extra d6 damage on it.
I will do the same thing.
Okay, yeah. That's reasonable because he's a fucking monster. So you see him pulling up the axe to bring it down on KIROS, and you're just like, fuck that shit, and just totally blindside him and bring him down to the ground, and get a nice piece of that haunch in your mouth. Just juicy man flesh. And so you see him reach up to the top of the chain axe and rotate something in the base of the blade. And you hear a high-pitched whining sound. You don't think you should be where you are, and you don't know how far you should go. What do you do?
Throw it. Oh, you're a bear.
Actually, no. Oh, never mind. Carry on.
Tell everybody to run and duck and cover, and I run and duck and cover.
So as you abandon holding him down, you shift back into your human form. Because you're out of hold now, right? And so you run for cover, and everyone else turns and goes, wait, what? I need everyone to take D10 damage, except for Rivers.
Is it range damage or just the explosion?
It's an electric burst.
D10?
D10.
Yeah. Minus armor? Or does armor not affect this?
Armor would... Is it metal armor?
It's protective. It's probably Kevlar and plastic.
I'm going to say probably not. I'm going to say there's no armor on this.
You got it. The ball is so...
Roll a 1, Paul. Let's see the 1.
I mean, if you're gonna fail big.
That means I'm safe, right?
Oh, man. That's ridiculous. So this, like, burst of electricity blasts out in every direction, and as it does, the vision ends. Rivers, tell me a vision of paradise that you have experienced.
The world where everyone is blessed with the ability to turn into animals.
So I can
Everyone is
hunt them.
everyone is able to take part in that intimate understanding.
So this is something that either has happened or will happen.
Not something that's fucking impossible.
You said it was an image of paradise.
Yeah, no. But I also that's why I'm giving you this so you can possibly like rewrite that a little bit.
Wait a minute. My character believes this could happen.
That doesn't matter. It's not about
my
belief.
thing.
It's not
Are
about
you just
belief.
saying I'm sorry. Are you just saying I am wrong?
I'm saying make a different choice. That's what I'm saying.
All right. All right. My personal paradise, or what I think a paradise would be for everyone?
This is some sort of gentle, kind thing that either has happened or will happen.
Idyllic.
Okay, perfect. People expect the visions to continue, and they don't. The visions end on that blood-curdling note. As people awaken, they are stunned, they are horrified at what just happened, because never before has there been visions of such violence in this ritual. But you also know that it was one of the druids' first times participating in that ritual. One of the 6. And while this was supposed to be like a moment of honor for him, it instead seemed that he has somehow corrupted this whole process. Yeah, I know, Blake.
Just smirking.
Yeah. It's good, man. It's good shit. It was a good story. I wasn't going to get rid of all of it. and you start to hear like whispers of concern. You hear people whisper how maybe his blood is tainted, he's corrupted. But you guys have known him your entire life, and he's not like this. You see him freeze up in fear. By the way, you're all at full health. It was a vision. You're fine. Yeah. What do you do?
By the holy light. That was not normal.
Every question with those four.
How well do we know this guy?
I come to his defense.
He's a good friend of yours. So you come to his defense, and at the same moment that you come to step up, someone else steps up, and this is Lina, the head of the Druid Council, and she begins admonishing him. She says, "You have doomed us. What is it that you've brought upon us? Did you know?" Rivers, how do you respond?
Who is she asking? Did you know?
Riho. I'm keeping the name. I don't need to fucking write
She's addressing. She's asking Riho if he knew that this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Say, we all know Riho. Why would this be Riho's fault?
He entered into the... You will wait your turn.
No,
when you are ready to be in the council, you may speak.
Asmodeus is going to start walking over to Riho slowly but sternly.
She turns back to Rio and says, "What do you have to say for yourself?" And you see him choke up, and in a stutter he says, "I didn't want it to be true. I thought." And she says, "So you knew." And he says, I hoped it wasn't. You knew." And with that, all the muttering goes quiet. And she says, and she snaps her fingers, and some of the tribe, the tribe gets up, and they walk up to Riho, and they begin escorting him to what is holding for a tribe, but it's just like a fucking tent that people are gonna watch guard. Like it's not.
I'd like Asmodeus to try to intervene with this.
How?
Well, he's a big ass mech bear, and I would just.
No, I mean.
Oh.
Tell me how. Yeah.
I mean, I gave him a little whistle command and a click to kind of defend Riho. And as soon as the guards start walking up, I just notch an arrow and I walk up to Riho and I look straight at whoever this druid Lina.
This is like.
And I just say, "Well, if you're so sure, why don't we just kill him now?"
We were going to take some time to deliberate on it, but if you want to be the executioner, that is your right.
Well, let's just take him out to the woods. Right? I mean, let's just bypass this bullshit.
He will be executed on this dais for his crimes. Or we will find that he is innocent. But we will take time to discuss
that little outrage, little tantrum you're throwing there, Lina. Let's just kill him.
KIROS is just gonna like legs crossed, raise his hand, just go. Excuse me, what exactly is the crime? I kind of like look to the crowd, like.
All right. He has brought tainted blood into our home and has tainted our futures.
He did not do this purposely.
Druiding under the influence, it sounds like. Just diffusing.
I agree. For he has not done anything. We have just seen a vision. Perhaps we can protect him.
He knew the consequences of bringing his tainted blood, which he already admits he has. He knew the consequences.
Do we pass judgment so quickly or try and help him?
Apparently we do.
We discuss.
That seems fair. KIROS, what do you think?
That's why he will be put in holding, and we will discuss.
Or we just kill him now, or you tell me how some sort of ritual that we can purify his
She
blood.
turns to you, snaps her fingers, and roots from the ground sprout out to in case you not bear because he's or not Asmodeus because he's fucking huge, and with that motion she turns and says, "I have." Well, I mean, do you want to do anything?
If I can avoid them, I will avoid the roots. I don't know the magic in this world, so if I'm...
Yeah, you could, dude, they're fucking roots. They grow...
Yeah, if I'm able
like,
to...
Fucking whatever.
Just like...
Yeah, you just fucking, like, they're not like 2 inches, like...
I will use all of my ranger abilities to just freaking root block this. I'll just be like, just raise it up, and then I'll just step right on down,
give me a defy danger roll.
As he's doing it, I just turn to a ball and say, "I've just seen. He said that I was mad. Am I mad right now? He looks like he's."
You know, I don't think you're mad.
Thank you.
What would you like me to use? Dex? Strength?
It's dexterity, 100%. Okay. So I get to either.
That's an ugly choice.
So
Who
you
the hell
can.
is the Five Nights at Freddy character in this deal?
So here's your choice. Here's your choice. You can make it out unhindered, easily, no problem. But you know that what you are doing is something that has been like stepping out of line here. Like she's permitted you a little bit of freedom in the way that you're behaving right now. Avoiding these routes would escalate the situation to a point that you think might break out into violence against your own family.
Who's my family?
This is your tribe.
Right, but who's my family?
This is your tribe.
No.
Everyone is your
family
family.
Relations.
Right, like this. To put this into context, you're doing this while your mother is trying to deal with a very stressful situation, and you're not helping. So you can either let yourself be caught, or you can escalate it to a bad point.
Is there a way that I can let myself be caught, but make sure that she knows that I'm letting myself get caught?
Yes.
Then,
No!
If you're telling me that I 1000% believe that that escalating this is bad to like the 10th degree, then I will let myself get caught. But I want Lena to know that I'm choosing to be caught.
Yeah.
In this moment.
That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. And she says, "Thank you for your compliance," and then turns and gestures towards the tent. And Riho and the guards head off to the tent.
I just will make a note of which tent, if it's not common knowledge already.
Yeah, I mean, it's common knowledge, but you're an artificer in a tribe, so I'm assuming you're...
Probably an outsider.
Probably an outsider.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Everyone looks around uncomfortably, and you hear mutters of what a terrible thing it was that Riho did. It seems as though everyone has decided to overlook how good of a person he is in this moment, because what he has done and what he has brought upon the tribe as a whole is an unforgivable act in their eyes. So as people get up and they start congregating in their little groups, the four of you find yourself walking towards the dais because Bear is trapped in roots and can't walk anywhere else. Yeah.
Do we know it was the four of us in that vision?
Yeah, for sure.
Friend, do you need some help getting out of those?
No. As
Okay.
Asmodeus is already like ripping the roots out, and I'm already like stepping out of them.
I'm just gonna like stand back, arms crossed, and like watch him struggle.
Seems like you got it all under control there. It's like takes like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Checking my nails stuff.
I mean, I'm sawing at it with.
Trust me, he knows what he's doing. I've seen him get out of this many times.
What was that, Rivers?
So we must understand why everyone is upset, right?
Yeah. So let me put that into context, because I think I might have skimmed over it. You've never had visions of bloodshed for however old it is that you are.
It's an annual thing.
It's an annual thing. Yes, thank you. This year, Riho was to be introduced into the ritual for the first time. It was supposed to be a position of honor.
Is Rio significantly older than us?
He's like your age.
Okay. So it's like possible to be in the Druid circle, but be relatively young.
Yeah.
So why is it Rivers?
He's not that great of a druid, I guess. I mean, no.
He's just the latest addition to the group.
So that would probably have to go more into his backstory on when it is that he chose to follow the path of the druid.
Totally.
Fucking we had this shit twice because of our stupid mics.
It's tribal politics. It's tribal politics. I'm just not that well liked.
Yeah, perfect. That's great.
That's
a great reason.
Play well with others.
So once his roots fall down or are chewed through,
slicing at him too. I've got a short sword. I'm working on it.
Yeah. So whenever that's all resolved,
I mean, to be totally clear, let me rephrase this.
Yeah.
Bear, you are not helping yourself get out of this at all because you are bound up in roots.
Oh, she took my arms too?
Yeah, it's fine. Like your whole body. Like everyone else has to get you out of this situation.
No, we can let Asmodeus do it alone.
Yeah, or it's just Asmodeus is going to do it on his own, and that's fine.
Well, okay. I just want to make sure that everybody's clear. I just don't want your help, Slicker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, am I capable of working the roots magically?
You do not have that magic. Druids in this world mostly shapeshift.
As everyone's kind of like hacking through or whatever, I'm just like holding the glove out and kind of doing like little like with like beam energy and just like
just like bored.
Oh, you do realize that in that vision, like I saved your ass, you know.
Are you saying this in the game?
Yeah.
Saying this to Paul, the guy who died in the vision?
Yeah, but I also killed the first two guys that were standing over him while everybody else ignored it. So yeah.
Paul didn't give you any shit. I don't understand.
I know. I'm looking at him as like,
okay,
bro.
Okay.
Help a bro out here.
Oh, you're looking at a Paul.
Yeah, sorry. Because he's KIROS acted and then you responded. I thought that you were talking to him.
Yeah,
so just like.
I'm just assuming KIROS is like just in my peripheral doing asshole Slicker thing.
Just right outside.
Paul,
I'm expecting Rivers to be trying to consider what kind of creature he could become in this moment.
So, Paul, this was a vision that you were thrown into. You didn't have any fucking say in how it started. This is a vision that you died in, and this is the same vision that Bear is pressuring you on the incompetence of the situation and how poorly you performed. Mark a condition. No, I'm narrating this, not you. Paul, mark a condition.
What does that mean, mark a condition?
So a condition is if you go to your character sheet
Okay.
And you scroll down underneath global modifiers. You will see 5 options.
Yeah.
There is afraid, angry, guilty, hopeless, and insecure. Whichever one you think most appropriately represents your character's emotional reaction to being admonished after all of that. Mark 1.
I think as a paladin, I'd probably argue hopeless.
Okay.
Makes him question everything. I just click that box.
Yeah, so click that. So it doesn't do anything right now. Okay, we're gonna have to add some functionality later on. Right now, that's just a notation for you. There are things that you can do to clear conditions, but for going forward, anytime you try to defy danger, which is why defy is in parentheses after hopeless, you're going to have to put a -2 on that roll. So in order to do that, actually, all of you are going to need to make some changes to your character sheets. I know I did this with KIROS, but you guys weren't on at the time, and I forgot to do it with you guys. If you open up your character sheets and scroll up to the top of the character sheet page, you will see these buttons that say normal, +1 forward, -1 forward, and query. I need you to select query.
Okay.
And Rivers, I just did it for you. So what that's going to do is anytime you make a roll, it's going to pop up a little box and ask if there's any situational modifiers for it. For the most part, you're just going to skip right past it. But in the case of a condition, this is where you put in a -2. Okay?
I think I got it.
Okay, cool.
You guys should check the stream, by the way, when you have a chance. I've been moving it based on what has been happening.
Who's the Five Nights at Freddy? Is that Asmodeus? You son of a bitch!
It was only robotic bear I could find. And you're still in Roots, by the way.
I love it. Why am I like fully decked out in like armor?
This is amazing.
I was just trying to find good transparency.
I wear leather armor. I'm like a normal Dungeons and Dragons.
He had a bow. I tried my best. We can all pick our own images in the future, and I can make it all.
Asian chick.
I don't know, but I'm a huge fan of just
that's the one who's accusing everyone of like, how dare you? My hands are in the air. You know what I mean? Why would you invite him?
Oh, so good.
Does it look good on the screen? I don't want to actually.
It actually does. It looks really good.
It's pretty fucking great,
Especially if you realize that it's like sort of what's happening.
Yeah,
it's like the worst animation ever.
The roots are the best part.
Oh, that's so good. I would not be opposed if like this is kind of how we did things going forward. Just
No,
like
absolutely
just
100%.
like as we go, just like pulling up like shitty ass like stock photos and
just random memes and stuff just get inserted.
I can put up whatever if you guys find stuff. If you find like a character portrait, I can put it up there. We can put that into Roll20, for example. There's a lot of stuff we can do. Like if we can all control our own characters on a map, basically, or in a setting.
KIROS, are you back?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So that all just played out. You guys, Bear, you're free now. Rivers, what do you do? Like
I have to ask again. I literally do not understand what the crime was in KIROS's words.
The crime was that, as far as everyone is concerned, Riho's participation in the ritual has tainted their future.
Like it's an actual crime, though.
It does if he knew.
That he was going to the future.
You're cutting in and out. I don't know what it is with this mic, or if it's just the internet or something.
It sounds like it's an internet issue.
But they have the same internet.
Yeah, we're on the same. And he's actually
issue. It's 100% a computer issue.
Right.
He's got-
It might be the computer trying to connect to the internet.
Oh.
Same thing though.
I mean, well, the computer's from 2007 might be an issue.
Yeah, so it can't be that.
What else we got?
1000% something KIROS would say.
I agree.
Adam, we might
Oh,
try.
you guys thought I was role playing.
Adam, we might end up just trying to run this at your place in the future, but I don't think that actually solves this problem because we don't have a way to get him on video otherwise.
I mean, as long as everybody still has their laptop, because
Right, it just, he does,
at least his sound. I mean, he's still going to be disconnected, but I mean, my mic should be able to pick up the 3 of us pretty easily.
Yeah,
even the 5 of us if we wanted to sit at my table. So
yeah, I mean, we all, I guess, do live fairly close. Well, we'll discuss that afterwards. So, another thing to consider, Rivers, is that this is not a crime in like a legal court of law. It's like your tribe is 200 people.
Yeah. I just like every single person in the tribe seems to get this immediately, except for us and some kind of people.
Well, I mean, yeah, you guys would also, like, in your history, in the way that you think, it would be if you knowingly, with tainted blood, participated in the ritual and corrupted the future of the tribe.
All right, well, what the heck is tainted blood?
Why don't you spout lore about it for me?
Spout lore.
So real quick, I need to pee really bad, but I can still hear while I do that.
Okay.
I just can't see anything. Is that okay?
But you should totally mute yourself because we don't need that.
So my mic is on my computer.
Then you're good. Okay.
So I hit spout lore, and it gave me an input thing that says modifier 0.
Yep. And just there's no modifier for it.
All right. I got a 2.
You don't know. Okay, actually, tell me something about what you believe this is. Also, mark an experience because you get an experience. But just tell me what you think. What is tainted blood? Because that's what it is now, I guess, or at least what everyone thinks.
Oh my god. All right, what is tainted blood? This ridiculous world. Being a druid. I mean, I don't have any damn clue.
Yeah, I know. That's what you get to tell me.
Let me ponder this then.
All right, we'll come back to you, but I need an answer.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay.
That's how it.
Keep in mind it. Okay.
You can come back to me. Yeah.
All right. It also specifically does not have to be remotely feasible. You understand that, right? Because you got a 2. And a 2 is very bad. Okay.
I'm gonna go with that he's actually undead.
Okay. All right.
it's pretty fucking good.
Oh, that's fucking good. So you're all sitting around. Bear just got free, and River says, "God, I can't fucking believe that he's been undead this whole time and just didn't tell anyone."
What? So, Dylan, can you tell me, like, so this yearly ritual is it to see into the future or something? Like, is this like some weird witch killing process where we believe that whatever this ritual tells us is like a good crop is coming?
Dylan, do you want me to just jump in on it real quick?
Sure. Actually, yeah, I'd love to see what you bring to this. Sure.
So do you want me to do it in character, or do you want me to do it?
Do it in character.
Okay.
Your character has come to this tribe to
to witness
research.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To witness.
So like basically wanting to be in the forest for field research purposes, but it's like a cultural phenomenon. It's like an Oktoberfest kind of thing almost, where like once a year the tribe has this, the Guarare tribe has this ritual where everyone, in City Slicker terms, kind of just like gets high together and shares these visions. And that sounded really cool, and they're usually very pastoral and idyllic. And it's supposed, like the party line is that it's premonitions of the future, and it's always very pleasant. So, but it's like blood magic of some sort. So along with the deer that was killed to represent the forest, there was also each of the druids would share their own blood in like the ritual. So what KIROS is deducing is that tainted must mean that they think his blood is tainted, and that he tainted the ritual by sharing his blood with the pool that created the vision, which is why it was violent instead of just like pastoral and chill.
And by doing so, he has basically cursed the future.
Yeah. Does that all make sense to you?
Oh yeah.
Should I say it in slower terms, or draw it out, or something? I don't know.
You said it quite perfectly, KIROS.
Thank you. It's well, okay. Yes. Thank you.
You are welcome.
And you believe this mystic shit?
You believe this mystic shit, Bear. You live in this tribe. Don't.
Just because I live in something doesn't mean I believe it.
All right, fuck it. You're. All right, Rivers is. I guess I get where he gets the idea that you need to be guided on your journey with nature. Makes perfect sense.
I mean, I'm a city slicker, but this man is godless. What the fucking 10.
I've seen enough nature to know that that's not how it works.
And how does nature work there?
There's always a balance.
Hear, hear.
Seems like that.
We're all on our own paths. One day you will both see the light.
Yeah. No, it's just we predict good and then things happen, but so far this vision has always come back positive, but that doesn't mean every year has been positive, does it? So like
every year so far has been pretty positive.
I'll be the first to say
so
I
in what
quit.
way, Dill? I mean, like that the village has lived, or that like we've never had hardship. There's never been a drought. There's never been any instance where we've suffered to some small degree.
Oh, you suffered to some extent, but generally speaking, there's never been bloodshed.
Pretty even keel.
Yeah,
okay,
you guys,
so there's never been war.
There's never been war.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah. But so is that the only purpose of this vision, is to whether or not we are going to go to war with some whatever, or
it is to get omens of the future, and omens can be vague.
Right. Okay, so forgive me if I'm playing too much into this, but to me it's like no, there's like we haven't had war in a long time. Okay.
No, you have not had war in
my lifetime.
In your memory.
Right.
In your tribe's memory.
How many other tribes are there even remotely close to us?
There's another big one. They're out in the plains a bit farther to the north.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but there must be some balance. Bad things have happened after good visions, not war, per se.
That's exactly my point. Thank you, Paul.
I don't know about you two, but I actually quite enjoyed the more visceral part of the vision.
I did too.
Far more
Me three.
than the
You enjoyed dying.
boring. Well, I didn't die, but and whoever that was, it wasn't me. But
KIROS.
I mean, come on, we can plant apple trees all day, but when did you feel more alive? When you were handing your son an apple, or when you were fighting for your life?
Why do you think I spend so much time hunting?
Probably because you're a bit of a barbarian. Enjoy the scent of blood, but that's neither here nor there.
Did you not both watch me die?
So you're not super
I did
interested.
my best to save you.
All right, you guys shut up for a second. River, so you're not super interested in this conversation.
Why?
And
Why not?
can I finish my sentence? So you're looking around.
There's a tent on the screen. I'm sorry.
This is fucking amazing, man.
They're just hanging out outside the tent.
So you're looking around this mountainous ridge, and in a spacing between the trees, you see a humanoid shape walk out in between the trees, but its head is strangely shaped. It's long and pointed, and it turns to look towards you, and you see it has like a massive crown of some sort. And then it turns and runs back across the trees, and you don't see it anymore. You just see the silhouette.
I interrupt the conversation to tell these guys what just happened.
What do you say?
What?
It's something was just watching us from the trees and ran off across the treetops.
Across the treetops?
That's right.
Sure,
And then
you
I
ran.
will.
I'll go that retroactively across the treetops.
I literally thought that's what you said.
I mean, I originally meant on the ground, but like, fuck it, yeah, we'll do treetops. Let's do that. That's way more epic. Let's fucking do that. I like it.
Where?
I whistle to Asmodeus, and I immediately jet off in that direction, with Asmodeus assisting me in keeping a scent and whatever.
So you're gonna separate off away from the group?
I mean, I'm hoping that they're gonna follow me, but like, if somebody just told me that there's some sort of creature that just took off across the treetops, like, I'm gonna hunt the fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's
Go for it. Oh, it's up to them.
It's what my character would do.
I'm gonna just turn to the two of them and say, look, I'll say again, he says that I'm mad. Who just runs after shadows like this? Am I the command? I feel like he's the crazy one. And then with that, I'm gonna turn around and run after him.
And then I'll chase after KIROS and say, Sir, he's a great guide. He's our guide.
A guide and an assistant.
And I'm going to say, well, I mean, we should chase him.
Okay.
Just looks around. We should chase him, I guess.
No. There's no. Like, I was going to run after you the whole time. The weird thing about this system is that I literally can't take actions at the same time as you guys take actions, which would be my intent.
No, I mean, you could have absolutely run off with Bear, 100%.
Yeah, you can do it pretty instantaneously.
Yeah, you can afterwards say, oh, I ran off with him.
I ran off with Bear. All right, except that I didn't, because I turned into an owl and then pursued an owl.
Turn into an owl, shapeshift.
I have a specific ability for a ranger called Hunt and Track.
Yeah.
So I want to follow whatever trail.
Yeah, that seems like the move to use.
So I don't know if this is the best.
Oh, oof.
Another XP for Rivers coming in hot.
Rivers, you get another experience.
Getting to that level 2.
Also, you don't shapeshift into an owl. You shapeshift halfway into an owl.
Jesus Christ.
That's horrific.
Get the wings. Get the
What
wings.
happened to him?
Just like in the arms of a human, but the body of an owl.
Hang on. What's going on?
Modifier, and it had 0 as the modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't use my wisdom modifier or anything?
You rolled a 3, and then it added 2 for your wisdom modifier.
That is wretched.
Yeah.
Wait.
So now,
so you are halfway shifted into an owl. So I will let you pick one aspect of the owl that works.
I'm going to go with the night vision.
Perfect. And you can only communicate in screeching.
That's pretty much.
Fortunately, as a druid, I can understand my own screeching.
I want to see the transformation where you can't understand your own screeching.
I want to see the proof version of this, where this is owl with giant human dick hanging off of it as it's flying through the forest.
I can't fly. I'm running.
The wings are like totally misshapen. Like it's not. The wings are his arms, and they're like 18 inches long. And it's just not
terrible.
good.
This is nightmare fuel. Man.
Yeah, just under my breath, I'm like, good God, as I power up my propulsion boots and
Matt,
kind of set off the
I
power.
dare you to find some sort of owl-human hybrid picture to screen.
I've been trying so
He's
hard.
just gonna take an owl and put it like on top of his head and go like.
If you find something that actually works, I think Bear is just going to become your personal assistant the rest of this campaign.
It's not
I
easy.
have 2 personal assistants through hierarchy.
So Bear, you are out hunting in the woods. Your team seems coordinated. I'd argue, Bear, you are leading them. Could you lead for me?
Are you talking about
the move? So it is a move you should be able to select on your character sheet.
Oh yeah. I can totally lead. Is this a? Hold on. Where is it? When you undertake a perilous journey through wilderness, whatever job you take.
Nope. Nope. Not doing that.
This is not that.
Nope. I need you to lead. You're not going that far.
Are we in a forest?
Do I need to hunt and track as well?
You're going in. No. Lead first.
Okay.
Then we'll talk about hunting and tracking.
My modifier is 0. Input value modifier is 0.
Nothing. Yeah, just nothing. It's the move just gives basically a list of questions. Okay. So. All right. First of all, everyone needs to select this link that Rivers just sent us. This is the fucking worst thing ever. Oh, that's horrifying.
That's like a shitty harpy. Wow, this artist's other stuff. Go to the 4th one there. It's like the baby with the creepy ass rat tail.
Go to the one that's actually like an owl human.
Oh yeah. One down and one to the right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's who you should be.
It's ridiculous.
Alright guys,
God.
the viewers won't be able to follow that. Not that we have any right now, but Dorfin, take that image, graft it on there.
I'm on it. I'm trying to.
Hang on, I'm just gonna post it into the chat. Okay. So you're basically leading them on a hunt. So add 2 team to the pool. Bear, if you could put that in your hold area, it's a great place to track it.
Hold area.
Top of your character sheet, far right. Hold, and then there's a box.
2.
So the leader has a bond with every member of the team because we do.
3. So 3.
Yep. So that's 1 more. Everyone has the same purpose, I believe. Does anyone have a different purpose?
Bear.
Everyone has the same purpose.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just following out of curiosity, so I think for the most part, yes.
Okay. So that brings you up to 4. Does anyone mistrust the leader or the team? Yeah, I know. KIROS definitely does.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So we'll take 1 out there, bring it down to 3.
Okay.
I would say you have not. I wouldn't call you ill-prepared or off balance. You're fine. Yeah. All right. So you go in with just 3.
Okay.
Just so you guys know, this is the mechanics of the system. Is if you're trying to do something in like coordination with other people, you will spend a team from the pool, which Bear is keeping track of right now.
Yeah.
And if you do so, you both act together and get to add +1 to that roll. Cool.
Yep.
So now you are hunting and tracking. Is anyone assisting you?
Is it my
Is
call
that
or
like
their
a-
call?
It's a free thing for us to do.
Yeah, but I mean, if anything, so it would cost a team to actually have it have a mechanical effect, and you only have 3 right now to work with. And I know Rivers shifted into a form of a horrifying owl harpy.
I have no time for what's happening
Uh,
behind me.
but I'm gonna say he actually can't keep up in his horrified form. So you will not be able to assist on this roll. But you might be able to assist in other ways. So, Bear, why don't you hunt the dog for me?
The fucking photo. It's even better that it's not gross at all. Just straight up. It's like she's like pooping too. It's like she's taking a shit in the woods.
Oh, man.
Like it's like, do you mind? Okay, sorry.
I didn't even moved your other
God,
avatar.
I would feel terrible if whoever drew that ever actually saw the stream. Because, like, I don't want that.
Because they try and monetize immediately?
Or just because we shit on their art for, like, 10 minutes.
No, I mean, it's excellent art. It's just a horrifying
It's a horrifying
concept.
image. It's
Yeah.
a horrifying.
Yes.
They nailed a terrifying concept.
They nailed exactly what we wanted, and we're not
Yes.
happy about it.
Yes.
So, yeah, Bear, hunt and track.
Boom. Do I get any modifiers for this?
No one is assisting you.
No one's assisting me. Boom!
Yeah.
That's a terrible.
That's so bad I have to open up the book.
Always pulling out the butt.
Uh-oh.
So whatever it is long gone. And you don't exactly know how to follow it. But you do know that there were many.
Did you read that from the book?
What do you mean?
So hunt and track. I guess there is no failure here, but it's like
No. When you miss, I do
You're right.
something.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I missed that. I apologize.
And so in this situation, you realize that whatever it was, there were many.
All right, so I'm gonna actually stop, get low, and signal to everybody following me to do the same thing.
I'll turn off the rocket boots to get quieter.
I'm gonna whistle to Asmodeus to keep an eye out in the direction that we were heading. Like I want him to use his keen senses to kind of just sonar this shit. And I'm gonna turn to the group and be like, "All right, there wasn't just one. There were definitely multiple, and I've lost their track. So we either continue and see if Asmodeus can pick it up, and then I'm gonna look at Rivers and be like, "Oh Jesus!"
Yeah.
By the holy light!
Rivers, how do you respond? Like,
The only way he can.
Right.
I love that you offer the question like full well the answer.
I know. I just wanted.
I turn
to
back
do
to
that.
Apollo and Krios and be like, "Do you understand why I distrust druids?"
I had no idea that you distrusted druids, but yeah,
Are you
sold.
insane?
Offended screeching.
Are you asking me if I'm insane for not understanding why you don't trust him when you guys are in the same tribe?
Yeah, you two are fucking
I'm a
Perhaps
foreign exchange student, and you're like,
trying to confide in this fucking stranger. I love it.
no, I mean, I'm happy to be a confidant. I'm just confused with the dynamic, I guess.
Yeah. That's
And like, how did you do that? What did you do? Why did you do it? Why would you want to do that?
Wait, is this what you were trying to do? What were you trying to do?
I'll turn back into my normal self. To say, it doesn't always go how you want it to go, especially when you're under pressure.
Okay, so back to my point, we either
Right.
can continue and see if we can pick it back up the trail, or go home.
Well, I suppose the question is, what exactly are we trying to do right now? Are we simply hunting? Because there's
I don't
plenty to hunt, but it doesn't seem very productive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always hunting, and I don't personally like things that are staring at me from the darkness that then immediately run away.
That's fair. But if we've lost it, we do have a man in that town that perhaps is in need of our help.
We should let everyone know. And if there are many
Let them
of
know
them,
what, that there's conveniently some weird shadow creature that took off into the night.
I would argue it seems very inconvenient, but yes.
How is that going to help Rios?
it's very suspicious. Do you think they won't believe us?
I think we've had two very clear symbolisms of bad things coming. Well, three, including the owl mutation transformation.
This happened yesterday. I didn't tell anybody about it. It's totally normal.
It may be wise to pay closer attention to the happenings in the next couple days.
I had a rat finger for a while.
Just one.
Is that a euphemism?
The rest were fine.
Well, this has been inspiring, but
But seriously, is that a euphemism, or was it literally just a finger?
It was a rat claw? Or...
Just one fucking...
One finger.
Which finger was it?
like a little like,
This one.
The marriage finger.
No, if we go back, they're just going to blame this on him as well.
seems to be partially at fault for what happened.
Burn because of a bad trip.
I'm so confused. You seem to be the one saying we should execute him on the spot.
I think he was being sarcastic or pointing out the fallacy in the process.
He doesn't want the child to go down, or our friend to go down for this bizarre happening.
I am ignorant of the ways of tribal sarcasm.
I feel like you're ignorant to a lot of things, Slicker, but just calm down for a moment.
Bear knows these forests better than any of us. Let's trust his judgment.
I know forests, I don't know people, but I do know that people tend to overreact.
Well, KIROS is good at managing people, so he must understand them well. I'll trust in KIROS on this one.
Just kind of like looking at a Paul, like.
Shut up, intern.
I'm looking back at him like.
I fucking got you, man.
Right. Well, one way or another, it seems that Rio was accused of something that, at least in the city, would not necessarily be a crime. I am at least curious to see what his side of the story is. He didn't seem resistant. He seemed repentant. Did any of you notice that?
I've always loved Rios.
Well, okay, that seems like a combination of his name and mine, and I'll read into that as I will. But the important thing
Rojas?
is to be Rio.
Rio.
He has perhaps a story to tell that we haven't heard yet.
I never realized your name and his name were so similar.
Well, okay. Point is, do you think that there's a way we can get into that tent to speak?
Yeah, we walk up to it. And we want to speak with him.
Right. Far easier than I thought it would be. Let's go do that.
Maybe we should talk to him in private.
Do you do it?
Yeah, let's go back to town.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I figure like we were
I've
chasing.
lost-
I figured we were
say that-
chasing squirrels, and I'm just like, whatever. It's a fucking squirrel. Like,
I hate losing tracks, and I hate tracking things that I've lost. So I'm gonna go back and act like it was a good idea all along, even though I want to go after the things even more.
just needing some cardio, you know.
Yeah.
All right, you guys head back into the village.
On the way back, I'll give a more detailed description of what I saw. See if anybody anything like this.
I probably know these creatures in the forest just about as well as anybody. Do I recognize any of
They
his
do not match
descriptions?
they do not match descriptions of wild creatures that you know.
Anything I run into ever?
No.
Okay.
So you head back into the town or the village, not town, it's a fucking village. And you know there was the opening where the ritual site was, and then going past that through the woods a bit, you arrive to a series of, you call them tents, but really they're like
Yurts.
no, they're like these metal structures that you've kind of repurposed. Imagine like just the top beak of like a chicken's beak, but like stretched out.
Oh, cool.
So it's like
Rivers.
30 feet tall, and these are just sticking out of the ground in kind of an irregular pattern. But they're they're tall enough that you don't like sometimes people have built floors into them and they have like a few multi-story uses of them, but for the most part it's just the bottom story.
Before we get back in town, can I try to pull a Paul aside for just a sec as we walk?
Yeah.
Yes, Bear?
The only person that I am willing to trust with telling the village about these shadow creatures would be you.
Thank you,
You're
Bear.
an outsider and you're not a druid. They won't trust me, and you know that. You're the only person that might be able to attribute this to something other than Rio.
You know I have your back.
I don't need you to have mine. I need you to have his.
You know I have his back.
If it comes to it, and we need to alert this village of some pending fight, we need to alert them, but it needs to come from you.
I can do it. I can deliver it in the best way possible.
Very well. Keep going. I'll take the rear.
I'm walking ahead with Rivers, and I'm like, so when you were...
Bear, what are we dealing with here?
I don't know, and that's what I'm afraid of.
Have you seen this before?
No, that's what I'm afraid of.
You have literally no idea of any sort of hints or anything.
Just follow the description of Rivers, but Rivers and KIROS cannot be the one that tells this village.
You have my word.
As we're walking to town, KIROS is like, preparing his like public speaking voice. And we'll mention to Rivers, like, as they're walking quietly, like, so was it just the arms that were owl-like? What is the fucking metal gate on the Twitch stream right now? Are they selling bags of ice by the pound?
It's the structure, Blake.
It's some sort of like back of your truck toolbox.
Anyway, there we are.
Rivers, as you open your mouth to respond, you round a corner and you're right in front of what is the guardhouse. It's just a fucking one of these, again, like stretched out chicken beak things, with a wooden wall on front. And the door is closed, and standing in front of it are two guards.
It's stretched out now.
God fucking damn it.
This is good. We're good. We're good.
This is amazing.
Gus, if you're not watching the Twitch stream, you need to be immediately.
I am, and that's why I can't like focus because I keep seeing dumb shit happen over there.
That's amazing.
I love Asmodeus being that creepy ass bear. Anyway, all right. So we walk up to it, and it's Rivers and me in front.
Yep, because Bear and Paul walk slowly so they could have a conversation.
Okay. I'm just gonna stroll right up and say, God damn it. Excuse me, gentlemen. Might we have a word with Rio, if possible?
Not you.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Could all three of them, though?
Not him. And they point to Bear.
Fair. All right. So these two then, and I'll just kind of like step away and gesture them forward.
Does this mean I can go?
Yes. Or yes. Yeah.
I see you're Christians.
The holy symbol circle. Definitely a cross.
No, it's an upside down sword.
So yes, Rivers and Paul, you two are allowed in. Do you go?
Yes, I do.
Do I know these two guards?
Yeah, for sure.
What are their names?
Their names are... Oh man, I gotta get fucking...
This is
gotta
always
get
the best moment as a DM.
Irrelevant and unreasonable? Is that their names?
Their names are Ear and Elif.
You gotta get tribal with this shit.
Urel and Event.
You know what? Those aren't terrible names. Yeah, fuck it.
Every city guard we meet from now on is named
It's just
Urel
a parent
or
twin
Event.
named...
No, but we're gonna have some where it's like Seer, and then we're like, oh, is it serious? And then you're like, we meet his friend like Antipodus, and we have to guess what words they are, like to try and decode.
Oh yeah, everyone
what
is
value
just
they have to us. We hear like mon, and we're like, ooh, is it monotone? Is it monosyllabic? What's his deal?
Well, it's okay.
Anyway,
it's okay, Lola. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be giving them shit outside, but it's irrelevant, I think.
I'm going to be totally joining in. This might be a bonding moment for Bear and KIROS.
I like that very much.
Yeah.
I'm trying Asmodeus goose one of them with his nose and like just butt check him.
So, Apollo and River, you enter in. The moonlight shines in over the wooden wall, and in the there's not really a corner, so I guess in the back of the structure, Riho is sitting there quietly, holding his palms.
Hello, my friend.
What do you do?
It is me and Rivers.
In a serious manner.
Mm-hmm.
Ask him, I say, Rio, to the office, and we are wondering if you could tell us what you know. Like you knew this could happen. How did you know that?
There is a tower to the south, and in it there is a presence. The council does not speak of it, but it knows things.
And how do you know of this?
I'm in the council.
And how did the council discover this?
Just looks at you and shakes his head.
We need to know what we're dealing with here. The only way we can help you is if we take care of...
dealing with anything, and you're not helping me.
How can we help you?
Just let this run its course.
I will not stand by and let this run its course. There's a reason we saw these premonitions. It's a sign.
Yes.
We are here to help you.
And how the hell is you screaming at me on my last fucking night helping me?
This is not your last night. Get it out of your head.
It is.
Why do you feel that way?
I took a risk, hoping that I was something that I'm not. This is on me.
You're not undead, eh?
No, I mean, maybe? How do you even check? No.
Forever's just like, how long have you been a zombie?
Rios.
What did you say?
What? We need to know what risk you took. We saw something.
The risk that I took is that my blood is tainted, and it knew that. Every druid that is a candidate for the council is put before it to be tested.
Before what?
It's not a thing. It's not a.
It's a presence. It passes judgment. So, to get this judgment, did you go to the Southern Tower?
Yes, that's what I said.
Just clarifying.
Sorry, just.
I understand. I'm passionate about this as well. We have your back. We will not let anything harm you.
Clearly not listening. But if answers is all you want, and my wishes aren't in your math, go, I guess.
Rios?
Can I just like interject with like maybe a side thing?
Is it a scene outside?
Kind of.
You can hear this because like there's a. It's
Okay.
not, like it's like 20 feet away from you.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm just like trying to listen as much as possible. That's it.
Okay.
How do you know your blood is tainted?
It told me, and I wanted to believe it was wrong.
And how do you know that this thing does not have malevolent plans for you or us?
Because it hasn't had malevolent plans for anyone else.
Well, perhaps it is just very patient.
I can prove to you right now that you're not evil. Can I pray? Can I?
And evil are not the same thing, and yeah, you can.
I can prove that you're not tainted. Can I pray for?
What you want?
Can I pray for guidance?
Sure.
What here is evil?
So hang on. You're a paladin. You've taken an oath. Are you of this tribe, or are you an outsider?
I am of this tribe.
Then
I've committed.
He registers as evil.
Whoops.
Smite him on the spot.
I can't. I have. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know that I am a good person, and I will always endanger myself to protect someone weaker than me. I have committed myself to this tribe. But we are all living beings, and there is still hope. For example, my very close friend KIROS, with a K in front of basically your name, One day he will see the light. Right now he doesn't believe, but I do believe in the future that he will.
I thought it was me.
No, you took him.
Bear has guided me through the forest. I have his back in the forest. But KIROS, who's not so different from you, he doesn't believe the same things as me, but that's just his process. I have faith.
What's your point?
That you're my friend, and I'm going to protect you as much as I can, so...
Thank you, I am glad for your friendship.
Any information?
There's... Alright, you want information?
Yes, please.
God, fucking fine. And you...
Trust me, it hurts now.
You be very careful. Do you understand?
Yes. We don't trade lives here.
So he draws out a map in the ground to give you instructions on how to find the tower. And then he writes out a series of symbols.
Rivers, can you memorize this?
I mean, you memorize it. It's fine.
Rivers, let's both memorize it.
You've got it. You don't forget it.
All right, cool memory.
You're great.
The light shall shine on you once more.
Exactly once more.
How many adventure splits are you gonna work in this?
That was totally planned.
We're at 2 right now.
Did you guys get his response? I actually felt pretty good about that.
Said yes, just once, right?
What time is it right now?
He said exactly once more. The sun is probably going to rise fairly soon. You guys, this was a midnight ritual. You went out.
Okay, beautiful.
You get
well, Rios.
You'll push through for tonight, probably.
Well, Rios.
Rio. Just Rio.
It's just Rio.
Sorry, my friend KIROS. I mixed the two. You're so similar. If there's anything else you can think of, let us know. But we have your back. You have many friends. Do not feel lonely.
One more thing. Can I tell Rio that I saw something and describe it and that we chased it but it got away? It is happened at the same time. Does that mean anything to you, Rio?
No, it doesn't. Sorry. Well, if anything, it means that vision's coming true a lot faster than we'd hoped.
Perhaps I can tell you a vision that Rivers has given to me as well. He says that spirits, bad things will follow me. Clearly you saw me get shot in the heart by 3 arrows. Does that mean anything to you?
Rivers, can you...
I can do this all day.
Stop. We're gonna get copyright infringement.
Paul, I just want to make something very...
Mr. Stark, I'm not feeling so good.
The second you said that, we lost a viewer. Someone was like, God damn it.
Paul, I just want to be very clear to you right now. The reason I'm so fucking mad at myself is because I have friends and I betrayed you. And now all of you are going to suffer whatever it is that I brought on you. So I'm grateful.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, all this.
Nah, fuck it.
You're acting like a blind man.
My last night not be harassed by you four.
I will stop harassing you, but know this.
No harassment.
Oh, right, actually, you...
Two.
Did you make a comment over the wall? I don't remember, KIROS.
No, I'm just standing
Okay,
there.
yeah. So then it's by you 3, because he didn't hear you then. He doesn't know you're there.
Just know your friends will accept you just being you. They're not harassing you, I am.
Yeah, that's clear.
So if there's anything you would like to tell them, people who are not harassing you,
I've told you everything.
you don't have a lot of time.
I'm keenly aware of that.
I storm out of the tent.
I love Torvin's character being like uncomfortably like supportive.
Such an amazing character choice.
Like someone who's like sitting at a bus stop and you're like, I'm here for you, and they're like, please don't be.
And then they say, no, I am. And they storm out of the bus stop.
And he's like, you have friends, and they're like, yeah, thanks. Anyway,
Rivers, do you stay or do you leave at that
Oh.
note?
I leave and apologize.
And then after you do, you just hear a.
As I get out of the tent, or the metal structure, I turn to Baron KIROS, and I'm like, bad cop did not work.
That was your fucking bad cop? Are you serious? Paul, look at me. Are you serious? That was your bad cop.
You know I'm a sensitive mess. I just saw myself get shot in the heart 3 times by 3 different arrows at the same time.
Yeah, you guys don't know what cops are. This is not in your.
I said cock!
what's a cut? Oh,
It's a cock out.
A chicken!
Perfect.
A whiny chicken.
Good cock, bad cock. Yeah, classic interrogation techniques. You go in with the good.
It's more of a thing in the city.
I feel like that was offensive, but I don't feel offended.
We're both from the city.
You said you were
have
from
a
here.
penis underneath all that armor? Like, seriously.
I'm an adopted child of this sanctuary.
All right.
Okay.
I'm moving the sheet along a little.
Yeah, please do. Torvin asked the same question 6 times and we didn't move along. But I'm glad now we've decided to push it.
I can do this all day.
Okay, you guys have your.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills, Adil says as he moves the campaign forward.
Okay, so you guys, you're all back together. Do you go after the tower now? Do you wait? What's your plan?
The tower? Oh, on the map?
No, I'm asking the group.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the 3 of them. What is the protocol in terms of judgment render? I'd like to research this before Rio faces any kind of tribunal or discussion, as Lina so ominously put it. But do we have time to rest first, or should we proceed immediately?
Well, he told me 6 times that he didn't have much time left.
That's so weird. Did you ask him 5 times, or what?
I only remember 3, but I got emotional.
He asked so many times, he just like doesn't remember the answer.
You told me once. I had to ask many times, but you only told me once. Well, if that is the case, then perhaps we should embark tonight, as long as you're all as energetic as I feel.
God,
How far-
fuckers. I hate them so
How
much.
far How far away is this? So you saw the map. You'll make it back by noon. Is presuming you don't take too long at the tower, but you don't know what that entails.
Cool.
Isn't he gonna be dead by then?
It's possible.
Should we leave a note and say don't kill him?
Should we bring him with us?
The guards step up and say, "I think maybe you shouldn't do that."
I was talking about
The bear.
the bear.
As
There.
Davis, yeah. He hasn't slept in quite a while, and when he doesn't sleep, he gets very hungry for.
They look at you with these deadpan eyes, and it's like, I've heard your whole conversation here. He says,
I like whisper to the group without the guards being able to hear. We have a master of disguise with us. We can get him by.
I'll say out loud. Which one of us is a master of disguise?
The owl.
You mean Owl Man?
I have very low wisdom, by the way. I have good charisma, but not.
All right.
If he wanted to leave, he would just leave.
So Irel and Event, growing up together, did I kick their ass a bunch? Like,
No.
No.
I mean, they're big, muscular guys. I'm guessing you mean in wrestling, because otherwise you would mean in shooting them with arrows or attacking them with the bear, which is not things that you would do in play fighting. So if you wrestled with them, you lost.
So they were professionally typecast.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. For sure.
I mean, in the city, we kind of have more progressive needs, but whatever.
Yeah.
Rio would not. Rio does not want to come with us. Rio would not leave. Rio also probably has the power to leave.
And then over the wall you hear, "I absolutely do. I am a druid." And a fully anointed one at that.
I'm just gonna turn to like the three of them, like the three NPCs, and be like, "Well, isn't this whole presumption of guarding someone who can leave at a whim just ridiculous? I mean, what are you doing? Like you're big, you're brawny, you're doing your whole guard thing, but if he can leave anytime he wants, what is it? I don't. Fuck it. All right, look. Why don't we leave tonight? I'm curious, and I won't be able to sleep until I find an answer."
Yeah, right.
Excellent. And I'll just start walking in probably the wrong direction.
It's the wrong direction. Well, it's south. But
Okay, well, that's the right direction.
you start walking.
Like, the city gates are like this, and like the gate is here, and I'm just walking like that way.
No, so like,
I sent Asmodeus to go
there's
like
no walls
herd
here.
him.
There's no walls. Hang on. There's no walls here.
Okay.
So you start walking one direction, and Rivers walks up next to you, and then just slightly nudges you, like a little, like just turns your body a little bit, and then just pats you on the back.
As Asmodeus like runs in front of me and kind of goes this way, I'm like, all right, good. Hints taken. All right.
Bear, you did not see the map.
Ah.
You cannot lead. And KIROS did not either. He's being actually guided by Rivers.
I draw the map in the sand for Bear and say, "Here's how I remember it."
It's a terrible rendition.
It's a horrible rendition.
Like, this isn't your fucking thing.
Yeah, I just draw. It looks horrible.
But it's
the
great.
Most useless thing you ever done.
We have to go south.
Jesus Christ, Paul. You've been called useless a second time after already having been insulted. You're doing your best to help. Mark another condition.
It's like somebody vomited dirt.
What condition are you marking so I know?
Insecure.
That's a good one.
I want you guys to know you're literally putting mechanical penalties on him.
I mean, the alternative is to not, and that seems shallow.
Yeah, let's be honest.
I will lead us there. It's no problem.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
And also, Paul, I'm certain you could get there. You're just not the best map drawer, and I'm reasonable what they said about you.
Rivers, it looks like you're trying to comfort and support. Would you like to go ahead and roll that move?
That sounds terrible. Yes, I do. And support.
I think it's called comfort.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Like, I don't know.
Nice.
Woo! But it's still up.
Nope. So, Paul, how do you respond? Rivers' words.
Those are pretty.
You don't need to read that yet.
I'd say it depends on the words.
Yeah, I have to hear it.
Yeah, here's some words.
Rivers. No, he already said
I'm listening.
He already said it. You weren't
cool.
listening.
That wasn't a whole lot of words, is what I'm saying.
I was I was still trying to like perfect my map, even though everyone is telling me it's just like horse shit.
We went bounced 50 feet away.
I was doing something.
Uh,
All right, I'm just gonna say, I feel a little better. I know you guys are just trying to give me constructive criticism, and then my insecurity disappears along
Nope.
with my
Nope.
hopelessness.
doesn't count. Does not count.
I'm just
Does not
kidding.
qualify.
I'm just kidding.
Nothing happens.
What?
Yeah. That does not qualify as hearing you and opening up.
Oh.
It's my fault, like everything.
I'm a goddamn failure.
I'm a fucking failure. I can't draw. I can't listen.
Continuing on.
Okay, I actually think this is a decent point to stop. If you guys agree, 10:45. It's also a great place to do end of session experience and see if anyone has resolved any of their bonds.
I want to play more. I want to play so much more.
Yeah, well, that's what next week's going to be.
Oh, guys, look, we're on the road now. The tent's gone.
I don't know how to get to our stream. How do you do that?
I'll link it to you.
Do we want to stop? Obviously, it's bedtime.
I mean, I'm calling a stop because
It's time.
so typically you don't want to stream for more than, or you don't want to play for more than like 3 hours.
It's been 2 hours and
Well,
23
look at
minutes.
you. What?
Where's the fucking end of session moves and all that?
But guys, we have a watcher.
Do we have an actual watcher, or is it just Kyle?
Well, we have 7, so we have us 5. If all 5 of us are watching.
Yeah, but Matt, don't you have us like on your phone as well?
I don't have it on my computer.
Okay, so you only have us on your phone. Gotcha.
Well, thanks, person, for watching.
Yeah, thank you, random human. Hope you enjoyed it.
Let us know who you are. We'll make you an NPC.
We've got a lot of chats. I could since we have followers, I can put the actual chat in our stream.
I mean, we have a chat, right? Nobody said it.
We do, but it just says "Welcome to the chat room" like a million times for me.
The apple guy is sexy, but I've always been a fan of bears.
What?
Did an actual human write that?
Matt Dorff said.
So, end of session. Do you feel any of your bonds have been resolved? If you look over your character sheet, read through them, do you feel any of them have run their course?
I feel like appalled not only for his general stewardship, but also for explicitly saying that he was my assistant has resolved the him being my assistant thing.
Okay, yeah. You can clear that. So remove that bond, mark an experience point, and then write a new bond with any character that you want.
Should I strive to have one of each in general?
No, not anymore. I just wanted you guys to start that.
Okay.
Rivers told me that bad spirits are following me. I guess I believe that, obviously, after that horrible...
Also, there's literally ominous spirits running around in the woods, so like that probably fucking helps.
Well, that's just part 2 of this. So there's been numerous situations already.
Yeah, so you're in the thick of that. Yeah, okay, you can mark an XP and write a new bond as well.
Can I defer to Rivers on whether or not this bond was satisfied? Is scoffing at my inventions and saying they were useless when I melted a skull that it was in his mouth? No?
He said something. There it is. Your sound quality sucks, Gus.
Yeah, we got to work on that.
Gosh dang it.
What did he say? That's like he's screeching at me. Yay or nay, Gus?
You said we had a bond about me scoffing at your inventions, and then Rav?
And then he's asking if you have changed your opinion of it after
Of them
Krios
being
melted.
Yeah. Have you
Melted
changed your opinion of them being useless?
No, because that was all in our heads.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway.
Perfect. Get this shit out of here, dude.
Perfect.
I need to be slightly more open-minded about it since I've seen it.
And honestly, sometimes they take a while to resolve.
Yeah, that's cool.
Bear, do you have any bonds you would like to resolve?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, I played into him. I leaned into that respect for Krios, but I don't know. I mean,
no. I mean, if you don't feel as though those statements have changed for you,
changed. So, like the statement that Krios has no respect for nature, therefore I have no respect for them. Like, does that? I still don't respect them, therefore I played into that bond.
But do you respect Krios?
No.
Then it's still there.
Well, wait. The bond is that he doesn't. Oh, the bond is. So you're saying when it gets broken, it is not?
Right.
Yeah. So when something changes, right? That's the way.
Well, then, in that case, I still kind of see Paul as my servant.
All right.
Assistant.
Then put it back and take away that XP.
Servant.
I corrected myself.
What's amazing is that he was probably assigned to you as some sort of like guide around the village, and you just assumed that he was your.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
I like that.
That's really good.
And I was like, oh, how quaint.
The book that this is you get assigned a servant as soon as you get to a village.
Yeah.
You just always think that every village you go into. So which one of you is going to be serving me today?
Where's my intern? Where's my intern?
Okay. Any other bonds that anyone wants to bring up?
I mean,
Bear guided me again.
No, did it break anything?
Here's the thing though. Like my bond with Rivers is a friend with nature, so I will be a friend as well. I don't see why I would break that ever.
Have you been treating him like a friend?
More so than Nepal and Krios.
Then it's still true. And if he does something that at some point you think makes you question your friendship with him, it would resolve. And you would rewrite that bond as something different.
Huh.
Or if it stops being significant to the way that you relate with the group.
Alright, whatever.
But in that case, we would just remove it and have you write a new one without marking XP.
So that's one that might be worth.
I don't think that one's ever going to get resolved. Then. I mean,
Yeah.
the way a rule is written.
That's. I mean,
That's
you watch play happen, and things will change. He will make a decision that you disagree with, and for a moment you'll be like, "Man, like fuck that guy."
So
That stuff happens all the time.
Like my thing with Bear is that he called me mad, and I'm going to show him. But I feel like there's a better way to articulate what exactly the dynamic is. So can I change the bond if I don't think it's going to go a certain way, or should I just angle it toward that direction?
You can rewrite it, but you won't get experience if you just rewrite it in a way that
that's
is
okay.
more, that's totally fine. You can rewriting them into ways that you think are more clear. That's fine. Okay, are we good on bonds?
That's a question.
Yeah.
Did Krios use some sort of rocket boots?
He
Yes.
Did.
What?
Can you say that again? We literally just got. That was it.
Were they effective rocket boots?
Yeah.
I mean, he could like glide around, right? Fucking, what are you doing? What is this? What is this
I
shit?
mean, they're Krios brand. They're gonna be fucking awesome.
I would say I am now more open-minded about his stuff, but my opinion is a little negative about it.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, perfect. Then we're going to move on. And these questions at the end are actually likely to change. as we go on. Yes, what's up, Adam?
Paul, what is your bond that you have with me?
You have guided me in the past.
That's mine to you. Is that also yours is mine?
No. You should have a different one with him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember you writing in, like, you told. So this is how my memory works: is I have written down that Paul respects the beliefs of Bear, but hopes they will someday see the true way. But you kept saying that about KIROS, not me. So I'm confused about your bond with me or KIROS.
I have the one with KIROS is, well, his to me is that I'm his personal assistant, and then I believe he has misguided behavior.
Will endanger his very soul.
That will endanger his very soul.
Okay. His with Bear is that he hopes you'll see the true way someday. And that can change in a couple ways. He can give up on you. He can have, you could have met him halfway at some point. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Right. Or he, Bear could just, continuously shit on your beliefs long enough that just, whatever, man.
Well, everyone shit on me in the last one, so.
Yeah. Fucking great job, guys.
I don't know why we're helping Rio.
I'd like to point out that I did not try to shit on you, but that's the way it came out. I was just trying to point out that you should be helping me out of these goddamn roots, not that you did a terrible job.
Yeah, but you could have asked him to help you.
It was more about the sand drawing, but okay.
I think you were an excellent assistant. I can't expect them all to be artists.
Oh, no, I shit on you for the sand drawing, because it was literally the worst thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
Useless piece of shit map I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
You call yourself a hunter, and you can't...
By the holy light, please.
He's a paladin.
Yeah.
He's not a hunter at all.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a slick.
This is that we were
a
all
slick.
Village of some sort.
No, you were members of the tribe.
Oh.
Except him.
Except KIROS.
Except KIROS.
All
right, so
this tribe that doesn't hunt.
They do hunt. I don't understand what parts of these details you are missing. So
he's projecting his own personality.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking that up. All right. Okay, we gotta answer these 3 questions at the end. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
What did you learn?
That the council, when someone is added to the council, they go through like a strange ceremony. And I don't know if me or Bear went through this or Rivers. I don't think we did though.
So, are you talking about
in the Southern Tower?
In the tower? Okay, yeah. I'll say that's decent. Yeah. So everyone mark an experience for that.
Woohoo!
I'm just gonna go and answer this last one. You did not overcome a notable monster or enemy because you didn't.
I killed 3 in one blow.
I'm claiming that. You did. None of the individuals were notable. Did you loot a memorable treasure? No. All right. We're gonna mess with those at the end as we figure out what our core theme is. We'll rewrite those to better be in line with what it is that we're actually playing towards. But that's just what they are right now.
Cool.
Those are the basic ones. Okay, that is end of session. I assume nobody has enough experience to level up.
Well, how
much do you need?
Where do you put
7
experience?
plus the level.
And we started at 0, right?
You started at 0.
Okay, I have 2, so.
I have 3.
I should have like 7.
You guys get power leveled or what?
I just failed a lot.
Yeah.
I think I had 3.
Alrighty. Well, we'll level next time probably.
Probably not. It'll probably be the 3rd session, but
depends on how much we fail.
I'm looking forward to failing.
I mean that's the great thing is you either power level or you get shit done.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like we could totally like Sims this where like we create a household with 4 of us and then one person just does nothing but level up their stats while the 3 other people go to work, and then that person becomes like this omnipotent god, and then like we just do that 4 times, and all of a sudden it's like, we have never left the village. We are lords of the universe.
If the world didn't move on without you, that might work.
I mean,
But
hey
it
man,
does.
generations have passed, and this village has always been pretty much the same.
Yep. Who knows? Maybe it does work.
We also learned that we only have a short amount of time to save our friend.
Mm-hmm. You did.
Yeah.
I think you guys already got experience for the world stuff though, so
Yeah.
we're gonna.
All right. Well, thank you, Adil. And thank
Yep.
you guys.
Hope you guys had
Good
fun.
job.
I had so much fun. I want to keep playing.
Yeah. When you were like, all right, we're done. I was like, oh, okay. Well, then I looked at the clock. I was like, fair. That's fair.
We stream
when
for.
are we on next still?
How is the next Friday for people? Because I cannot. I mean, I'm open Tuesdays now because we don't have rehearsal anymore because we're performing.
So Mondays and Tuesdays is when I have.
Oh, you got class too, yeah.
Class, but I have shit. So Thursday's bad for both of us. Wednesday actually. Friday night I'm occupado. So yeah, next week is kind of dog shit actually. Sorry.
Does Wednesday work for anybody?
That's a question for Gus, actually.
What?
I am actually DMing a campaign on Wednesday.
Okay.
Cool.
So I have the following Wednesday. That's my next like open weekday.
What about tomorrow or Sunday? Too soon?
You just want to go fucking back to back? I mean, I'm capable of pulling it off. I just
Sunday is girlfriend's birthday, so I won't be able to do it. Tomorrow night I probably could. Sunday's also Thrones. Tomorrow I potentially could.
Me and Blake will probably be drunk.
No, we'll be drunk midday, so we'll be cleaned up by then. We'll just be tired.
I'm good tomorrow. I'm single dadding it all weekend, but I'll be good. I'll be good to go by 8 p.m.
I will have to see.
Maybe even sooner if I can get my parents.
I'll have to see because we did want to see if we could hang out with some of our friends, and we haven't heard back from them yet.
Yeah, that's fair. I gotta see about tomorrow too, because girlfriend and I have a friend in town that I don't want to just block it off.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Let's keep that option open and talk about it tomorrow. Otherwise, yeah.
Like, what is your girlfriend's name? So stop referring to her as the girlfriend.
Yes, I would like
Lee, L-E-E.
Lee.
Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you.
I like
my wife's name is Crystal, so I will refer to her Crystal from now
on. With a C or a K?
With a K. Total stripper. Total stripper. Just straight stripper.
She
is
not.
2 E's.
She is not an actual stripper, nor does she behave anything like one.
Oh no,
but
I
her
caught
name
the
is
joke.
spelled right, like right.
So is it K-R-Y then?
Yes, K-R-Y-S-T-A-L.
Nice. Excellent.
It would be okay with me if you married a stripper, though. I'm gonna put that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
Totally
That's
cool,
fine.
yeah.
I'm just saying that Crystal with a K is a stripper name. And we all know that.
Yeah.
My wife is not a stripper, and it'd be fine if she was, but she's not. And she changes people's lives with awesome things.
She does.
Strippers do. I don't understand.
Gus, if we do end up playing, we'll probably go out to his place, just so that we can get your audio coming through a little clearer.
Yeah, we could. Yep. We could troubleshoot my audio too, I guess.
No, I don't think we can. I think it's your computer, buddy. I really do.
Actually, I know what it is, and I'm pissed that it took me so long to figure out. We'll see if we can fix it. I think your sound gating is too restrictive, and I think you're mumbling a little bit.
It could also be a headset.
It's a new headset.
This is the first time we've ever tried this tonight.
Maybe it's just working out the kinks.
I don't think electronics do that.
Yeah, it's just a fresh headset. It's gonna work it out. I'm sorry, are you an artificer?
Yes, I'm an engineer. I am the only actual artificer in this fucking crew.
In my opinion, engineers are more like wizards.
Well, I take offense to that.
I think that's a compliment, if anything. But
I didn't actually hear what you said, so I assumed it was an insult.
no, I said they were more like. I said they were more like wizards.
In
that's
Cryptonomicon, engineers are more like dwarves.
See that? You can take a lot of ways.
So technically, I'm half engineer.
Yeah.
I'm half dwarf, half
One of
man.
the best analogies I've seen in the
Oh, you are half dwarf.
is,
Think about that.
Cryptonomicon
He's-
by
the other
Neil
half is Matt.
Stephenson totally has like engineers being like he talks about them as like, oh yeah, like there's elves, dwarves, and then everybody else, and this guy's like totally an engineer and he's a dwarf, and his friend's a wizard, kind of shit. This is a good analogy. I'm not gonna describe it.
I literally have no idea what we're talking about.
Cryptonomicon.
Cryptonomicon.
It's a great book by Neil Stephenson.
It's
but
a
I also
book.
have a soft
Okay,
spot.
I'm on
I have a
board
soft
now.
spot for Neil Stephenson. So
Got it. I'm with
We have 8 viewers right now, and I'm
Ooh.
not viewing from any device.
How many of are us? That's the question.
I'm not viewing at all.
I don't think I count as 2. Well, we have 7 viewers.
Kyle, are you still awake? Or did you just open up every item you have, like tech piece you have, and are streaming us?
He has to
Oh.
log in with like different accounts though. I'm logged in with 2 locations.
That's
with the same account, and therefore it doesn't count as 2. It only counts.
does it not?
I don't think so. Because right now we have Commander Root, Electrical Longboard, Joby
What?
F,
How are you getting these people's
Radiant,
names? I don't know how this shit
Lurks,
works.
Polsey, Karagor, and Vergapros.
How do you know who these people are?
Wait a minute.
You're on the stream. You can click on. Oh, now we're down to 4 viewers. I don't know what that means, but
It means we're done, and as soon as we started talking about viewers, they wanted to leave, and that's fine. It's 4. How come there's not 5? I'm very confused.
I dropped after we were done streaming.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think we're all good to wrap up here. We'll
Cool.
Alright, so you want me to make a YouTube channel and then post both of these videos?
Yeah, let's do it.
What is your lady friend, man friend's name?
Lee.
No, he has
Matt.
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 His name is Blake Davis.
Oh yeah. Who wouldn't want that V-neck in their?
Sorry, that's my assistant.
Technically, it's a one-way relationship.
It's a relationship.
It's
Is what
completely one way.
that doesn't answer the question.
Paul,
what
what's-
is your...
His fiance's name is Brittany.
Brittany.
Perfect. So Brittany, Crystal, Lee, got it.
And then these fucking losers over here.
I can't wait for that
I'll
one
know their
shot.
name as soon as that happens.
What was that, Krios?
I said I can't wait for that one shot. Where it's Lee, Brittany, and Crystal being like, wait, what?
Oh my god, I would totally watch that.
How do I do what?
Yeah.
And just
3.
Lee at least would be
With the 5 of us trying to DM them at the same time.
yeah. Well, we're like coaching them. It's like Pokemon
No.
trainers. So we're like, all right,
We got
this.
Crystal, cast fucking fireball. Just fucking cast fireball.
Literally, yeah.
And the
Crystal.
whole
It's like when you don't have the badge.
Charizarding us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
they're
it's
just
like,
"Oh,
Kristen
you-"
refused to obey.
I
I would be like,
watch-
Lee is confused. She hurt herself in confusion.
We do like every tactical mistake. Just great. Just great.
And we're just sitting back like, God damn.
You're fighting one Cabal, and you all died. How? How is that possible?
Yep. All right, guys. Good one.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Tomorrow night.
We will try for tomorrow. We'll be in
Tomorrow night.
contact
Yes.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Do
night.
it.
Tomorrow night.
All right. Bye.